Go. All right. Hey, podcast people. Say hello. We're gonna talk about the Assassin's Creed rumors going around about the next Assassin's Creed game coming out, which has been leaked to be World War II Assassin's Creed or Ancient Greece Assassin's Creed. Did you hear about this at all?
No.
Do you even follow Assassin's Creed?
No. I don't play Assassin's Creed.
The next Assassin's Creed game, for you guys who don't know, is either going to be like one of three things, which is going to be World War II Assassin's Creed, fucking stab Hitler in the back, Ancient Greece Assassin's Creed, or the just something completely random. It was leaked.
Like Assassin's Creed.
It's supposed to be it's supposed to be announced at E3 2018. So, not sure if E3 2018 has happened yet, but I don't follow E3 at all. But that's pretty cool. Next, so the next thing we have, I'm not touching much up on the Assassin's Creed thing because I'm not that big of a fan of Assassin's Creed, honestly. So, let's talk about Battlefield 5 because you're into that stuff, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So Battlefield 5 currently is not. It's not standing very well. It's not looking so good for Battlefield. Just for comparison, Battlefield's like to dislike ratio is actually there's more dislikes than likes. There's 259,000 likes and 268,000 dislikes, which is a very bad ratio for Battlefield. Battlefield especially.
Heard about that one in the trailer.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's really upset about how they added female characters and how the social justice warriors are in the game, and how.
Well, I mean, depending on how they implement it, it could be good. If it's just in like the war stories, it's fine because I'm pretty sure she's supposed to be a resistance fighter. No,
it's they did say it's part of the customization thing, so that it's more what you say? It's for like they wanted to make it for all genders because the social justice warriors have been complaining for ever since Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 4 maybe, I'm not sure, Hardline, whatever. They've been complaining about how they don't.
It's kind of dumb.
It is pretty dumb. The thing is that they don't understand that they don't. It's fucking.
They don't understand history.
It's historical accuracy.
Like, if they restricted them to the medic class, that would be fine because
if they restricted to a specific class, then yeah, that's okay. But the fact is that we need historical accuracy. They can implement it in one way, they're just not a way that can break history and break the game to the point where it's not accurate to history itself, because that's what Battlefield is about. Ever since Battlefield 1942 released in 2002, we've had historical accurate Battlefield games up until I'd say about
Battlefield 3 and stuff.
Battlefield, yeah, that era.
Saying those are not historical.
That's not, yeah, exactly. So they would be toying with the historical accuracy. Battlefield has said that they're going to keep the female soldiers in the game just to make the SJWs to stop complaining about it. So
hey, at least it's not as bad as World War II.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that now. We'll talk about that later, but it's no better, it's worse. But for comparison, the Call of Duty, the Battlefield 5 trailer has 268,000 dislikes, while the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 trailer is currently standing at 199,000 dislikes. So this year's not looking so good for Battlefield or Call of Duty, but if you had to pick your poison, I would pick Call of Duty for this one. Still, I recommend Battlefield. Nothing can go wrong with Battlefield. There hasn't been a bad Battlefield game for quite some time.
Yeah, you cut out.
I guess. Okay, sorry. So, yeah, there hasn't been a bad Battlefield game for at least a good, I'd say, decade or so. Yeah,
I like Battlefield 1.
Battlefield 1 was pretty good.
I like their war stories.
A couple of flaws in it, but
yeah.
For the most part, it's pretty good. I'd play it. I recommend it.
I didn't like how streamlined it was.
Yeah. The only complaint I have about Battlefield 1 is the air combat. The air combat's absolutely atrocious.
Horrible.
I can't get kills in planes. It's just not as good as Battlefield 4. Battlefield 4 really they hit the nail on the head when it came to air combat land combat, sea combat, everything. Sniping, they nailed that. That's why Battlefield 4 is still the most popular Battlefield as far as I know. But Call of Duty Black Ops 4 got revealed on May 17th, 2018. Currently standing at 336,000 likes, 199,000 dislikes. So this year it looks like it's in favor towards Call of Duty, and especially when Call of Duty announced its new Call of Duty Blackout series. I'm pretty sure that Call of Duty is going to take over this year, but we'll have to see what Battlefield has in about 2020, I'd say. But
yeah,
we got about 5 minutes left, so next thing is...
I was about to do some math real quick before we move to the next thing.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
So, the Battlefield 1 last year, the trailer, for every one dislike, it was 52 like. And then for comparing this to Infinite Warfare,
I was going to say that. I was going to bring that up. The Infinite Warfare trailer got 3.1 million dislikes near launch. And it's been about the same for the past
and then
year or two.
Compared to Infinite Warfare, which is only like 6 likes for every dislike.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not looking good for Battlefield.
No, I'm gonna check Battlefield Hardline real quick. I haven't even paid attention to the trailer. I've never watched the Battlefield Hardline trailer. Hardline was more like the that one game we never even bothered to look up on. It was just there. It was a nice happy thought, but it wasn't like Battlefield 4. Nothing's gonna top Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3. Bad Company 2.
Where did you get the trailer for the Battlefield 5 on YouTube?
I know, I looked it up, and you have to actually search Battlefield because if you look at Battlefield 5, you get up with GameSpot.
I did BF5 and it gave me the GameSpot one, which is like
look up Battlefield 5, Battlefield and then the letter 5. It should be the first thing I got it. For 7.4 million views, it's in 4K and all that.
Yeah,
so,
that one.
And then Hardline, it sucks. Hardline only got 20,000 likes and 2.4K dislikes, so not many people had much comment on Hardline. I can kind of see why, but Battlefield 4 trailer got 49,000 likes, 946 dislikes, so it seems to me that this Battlefield is going to be the worst in the series as far as, don't judge a book by its cover, ever. Remember these words, but don't. Because, we said the same about a couple other games in the past, and it turns out they weren't that bad, so.
Yeah, with the Battlefield 5, it's not even 1 like to every dislike.
Yeah, it's horrible. Well, I think it's gonna pull through. I think it's gonna be good. It's Battlefield.
I think the gameplay will be fine. It's just sad there's gonna be women in it.
It's sad there's gonna be women in it. That's I'm quoting this, but historical accuracy wise, you're right. But yeah. So it's Battlefield. So I'm not gonna complain. It's a new Battlefield. I've been waiting for this, and I've been waiting for a World War II Battlefield for quite some time. Oh. If you guys didn't know, Battlefield 1943 is available on the Xbox One backwards compatibility list. If you install Battlefield 3, to my knowledge, you get Battlefield 1943 for free, due to some empty promises EA made back when it was launched. But enough about that. Next up,
hey, at least,
yeah, go ahead.
At least with this, the EA is not gonna make us pay for the DLCs and stuff.
Yeah, that's an upside. Let's talk about Solo. You watched the movie yet?
No.
I haven't. I have not watched the movie. But
I'm waiting to our trip.
From what I'm not going to spoil anything. I haven't watched it, but as far as I know, it doesn't look that bad on the scoring for the reviews. IMDb rated it 7.1 out of 10. It's mostly in the 70s out of 7 out of 10. That's what I'm seeing so far.
Just from people who have seen it, I've gotten mostly negative reviews.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any reviews yet, but all I know is that it's bad. And they're saying that I'm looking at some of the news, and it says that it's a big failure. So, if you ask me, it was a failure before the movie even launched. It's not
Because
worth it. It's not worth the 2 hours to sit there in the movie theater and be disappointed, full of empty promises.
even Harrison Ford didn't even want to have to deal with it. He didn't want to do it.
If you ask me, Disney's ruining Star Wars. They've ruined Star Wars since The Force Awakens. They took a perfectly good franchise and just fucking they crashed it. It was fine the way it was. Clone Wars, right after the Clone Wars, everything after the Clone Wars, bad.
I mean, like, they could have just done with the expanded universe. Could have just gone through with that. Like, the Thrawn trilogy, that was great. I love that.
Because they can't mess that up, because that's already written and that's already made. They can't mess that up. That's what they should have done. That's what It's what they tried to do with Star Wars Rebels. They tried to go to the expanded universe, and they tried to basically be like, "Hey, we got Admiral Thrawn. That means we're doing good, right? We got right, guys, right?" Yeah.
The Thrawn trilogy was like great books.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah.
And like, the only good movie that they've had so far was The Force Awakens.
I guess that, yeah.
Because The Last Jedi was a 2-hour chase scene with a couple of SJW moments.
Yeah.
And then Solo's apparently been received really badly. Rogue One was...
It was okay. It was okay. I personally, like, it was... Scale, I'd say 6 out of 10. I mean, it wasn't good, it wasn't bad, it was somewhere in the middle. It was Star Wars.
I'd give it a 7.5.
Yeah, it was Star Wars. That's all I can say. It was just Star Wars. That's cliche Star Wars what they had there. No, there was no.
I just liked the little underdog moment at the end. That was kind of good. I like that.
Yeah. The reason
and it did produce.
It was technically a prequel, and the one thing I hated about it is the fact that I'd rather have them not make that movie, because it was fine the way that the concept was great. The way they presented it really wasn't. I could care less about the characters. They only used K2SO for marketing.
It was almost as bad as The Hobbit with making you care about characters.
Yeah, exactly. They tried to be like, oh look, these characters are relatable.
And like at the very end of The Hobbit, they showed all the people. There was like 13 of them. And did a little panning shot when he was about to leave. I'm like, I don't know half these people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even remember these guys.
I personally never watched The Hobbit, but I have watched a few Lord of the Rings movies, so.
And with, Rogue One did produce a quality meme.
What meme was that? Oh! Yeah, I know what you're talking. Yeah, I know. The Vader scene, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the best scene out of every Star Wars movie I've ever watched.
Yeah.
I have to say that was pretty badass. Me and my dad joked about that one for a long time.
It made a good quality Hearts of Iron meme.
Did it?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
I'll get you a link eventually.
Yeah. So, that's about everything except the fact that huge thing, I probably should have said this before everything else, but the FCC's vote to ban net neutrality to repeal it has been nullified by Congress, so we still gonna have net neutrality for as long as we know. And Ajit Pai is pretty pissed. Ajit Pai is not happy with everything.
Well, no one was happy with him, so.
No, he was a mistake to be put in office. Ha. Just so I don't get my information wrong, I'm checking this real quick. 1 minute. I think it's still. The Feds scraped the rules for an open internet as a fight. Okay, so so I'm pretty sure we still get. I think we still have net neutrality, as far as I know. That about wraps it up. Battlefield 4's Final Stand DLC, as far as I know, is free. And if you want to go check out Battlefield 1's Road to Battlefield 5 event going on, you might want to go check that out. It's
Isn't it a skin for the Lewis gun?
There's a skin for the Lewis gun from Battlefield 5. So get your hands on that if you can, and you get some cool weapon variants, and you get the
for a game that will be dead.
It's gonna be dead way after Battlefield 5's release. I'd say about 2 Battlefields from now. That's our new time frame. It's, Battlefields.
I'll keep playing it though. I really like those campaigns. Those
Yeah.
were great.
Yeah, the campaigns for me, I could care less about the campaigns because the campaigns don't branch off onto the other games. It's a good concept. War Stories was pretty good, but the COD campaigns were good up until the Ghosts. So
yeah,
that about wraps it up. So thank you guys for tuning into the podcast. This is that's everything. All right. If you got a YouTube channel, Derek, link it in the description. This is Derek, not Spencer. The Spencer's the nutcase. So if you have a YouTube channel, go ahead and send it to me. But that's about wraps it up. Thank you guys for watching. I will upload another podcast tomorrow for those 5 people that are watching. All right. Bye.